welcome to Wanies Academy. Welcome to my class again as we have a wonderful time together. So today we are looking at biofuels. That's the topic we're looking at today. And then we have 4 lessons objective today. 4 lessons objective. Number 1, we're going to look at the definition of biofuels and explain how they are produced. Then our second lesson objective is to identify and describe different types of biofuels. Then we're also going to look at, the advantages and disadvantages of using biofuels as energy sources. Then we finally, on a final note, we are going to compare biofuel to fossil fuel in terms of sustainability and in terms of its environmental impact. So now let's look at from the first part of the lesson, which is to define, to know what biofuel is all about. So for us to know what biofuel is all about, very, very important for us to know what biofuel is all about. So biofuel are fuels that are derived from, they are derived from living organisms or organic matter. That is what we call biomass. So they are derived from there. Biofuel, the word bio means life. So it means that, all of these sources of energy are derived from living organisms, dead organic matter, which encompasses both plants and animals. So they are considered a renewable source because there are, their raw materials can be, regrown over a short period of time. Unlike fossil fuel, which take millions of years before you can actually regrow their raw materials. So that is why they are considered as a renewable source of energy. They are referred to as a renewable source of energy. So that is the definition of biofuel. So very, very important for you to understand that what the concept is all about. So now that you know what biofuel is, that they are renewable source of energy that are derived from organic matter. Now let's look at another aspect of what we are looking at. Biofuel can be in solid, biofuel can be in liquid, and biofuel can be in the gaseous state. So actually, we can have it in the 3 states of matter. We can have biofuel in the, existing in the 3 forms of matter. So now, let's now look at, types of biofuel. Biofuel are mainly categorized into 1st generation biofuel, 2nd generation biofuel, and 3rd generation biofuels. So very, very important. They are classified based on their generation. Already we've established the fact that they are derived from bio means life. So the fuel derived from dead living organisms. They are biofuel. Now let's look at their classification. Their unique classification. They are classified in terms of generation. So now we have the 1st generation. Now they are made from food crops such as sugarcane, corn, wheat, vegetable oils. All of these, the 1st generation, are derived from food crops such as sugarcane, corn, wheat, vegetable oil. So these are the 1st generation of biofuel. These are the 1st generation of biofuel. Now, example of this generation includes, bioethanol, made by fermenting sugar and starches. Then we have the biodiesel, made from vegetable oil or animal fat through a chemical process known as a transesterification. That is a chemical process that, they make use of, they produce that. Then, that is about that. Sugarcane, corn, wheat, and vegetable oil. These are classified as the 1st generation of biofuel. 1st generation of biofuel. Then we have the 2nd generation. Second generation, they are produced from non-food biomass, such as agricultural waste, wood chips, and grasses. You know, the second generation are derived from non-food biomass. So they are from agricultural waste, they are from wood chips, they are from grasses. Then we have the third generation. The third generations, they are made from algae, or genetically modified organisms. Algae or genetically modified organisms. Algae can produce large amounts of oil and grow quickly without much land or fresh water. So this happens to be the third generation of biofuel, the third generation of biofuel. Now that we have looked at the various generations of biofuel, which is 3 generations, we have the first generation made from food, crops, such as sugarcane, corn, wheat, and vegetable oil. Then we have also looked at the second generation, which are made from agricultural waste, wood chip, and wood chips and grasses. Then let's look at the third generation, which we have also explained that they are from the algae or genetically modified organisms. So now let's go. Now, how are biofuel produced? How do we produce them? Now, the process varies, depending on the feedstock and types of biofuel you want to produce. So, for bioethanol production, number one is the fermentation of sugar from crops, e.g., corn and sugar cane. Then we see the distillation to concentrate the ethanol. That is the second stage in the production of bioethanol. The first stage is what? You ferment the sugar from crops. Then second one is distillation. You distill it, to concentrate the ethanol. Then the third one is the dehydration to remove water and make pure ethanol. That is the third stage of production of bioethanol, production. Then, if you want to produce biodiesel production, it also has its own step. That is also 3 steps, 3 stages of production. We have the first one, which is the extraction of oil from seed or fat. Extraction of oil from seed or fat. Then trans-esterification is a chemical process, a chemical reaction, which involves the alcohol, and it's a catalytic reaction. That means it's also catalyzed. Use of catalyst. It's a catalytic reaction. Then after that, then there is a separation and purification. Separation and purification. Now let's look at the uses of biofuel. Number one, we use it in transportation, like, petrol, ethanol, and all of those things, diesel. We can use it in transportation to power engines that helps in transportation. Then in electricity generation, then in heating as well. Then in aviation, like aviation fuel, and shipping industries, they explore this biofuel as an alternative source of, fuel for all of these activities. Let's move and look at the advantages of biofuel. Advantages. And we're also going to look at the disadvantages. That is where we're going to end our lesson. Now, we have, advantages. Number one, the first advantage is, one of the most critical advantage of using biofuel is, number one, it's renewable. It implies that it's environmentally friendly. It's renewable. Crop can be replanted. It doesn't take millions of years for all of this to grow. So it's a renewable source of energy. It's readily available. Then we also see it as a carbon neutral, potential. The CO2 there, that is a carbon dioxide released when born, is absorbed during crop growth as well. Then biodegradable. It can be, decomposed, less harmful if spilled. So it can easily be decomposed and it doesn't cause any harm to the environment. Then it reduces dependency on fossil fuel. fossil fuel, which are not too, they are not environmentally friendly. It can serve as a replacement for it. Then it promotes rural economy through agriculture. As the farmers grow all of these crops, there is the economy is boosted as a result of this. Then finally, on a final note, we look at the disadvantages of biofuel. Food versus fuel conflict. It can result to shortage of food. Then deforestation. Land is often cleared to grow biofuel crops, leading to habitat loss, which also will in turn affect the ecosystem. Then water use, large amount needed for irrigation. You see, that can also affect, the level of agricultural output. Then lower energy output compared to fossil fuel. The amount of energy that is derived or generated from biofuel cannot be compared with fossil fuel. So then costly to produce, especially second and third generation biofuel. So very, very expensive. So these are the disadvantages of biofuel. We've come to the end of the class for today. For those of you listening to us, kindly subscribe to our channel, Wanies Academy. Thank you.